had some church hurt going on. You understand what I'm saying? I'm so happy with him. But let me tell you, so I just got back online with the TikTok. I'm so happy to be back because I can get fed through Meta. All praises go to Meta. Thank you for all the things you're doing for us. But check this out. So since I couldn't get online to get fed, I would sit home and meditate and think about the things that I've learned off your page. Yeah. And so one day I was meditating and thinking, because I still do my e-cleanse, you understand what I'm saying? So I went back to some of my pictures and I seen some things, of course, that I didn't see at first. Yeah. And so I seen a marine spirit on one of them. And I was like, what the hell? And so I'm sitting here thinking, I was like, and then it came to my knowledge about the baptism. Yeah, come on. About the mother baptizes us when she gives birth, right? And so what spirit revealed to me, what my ancestors revealed to me is that when you get baptized at that church, you can come up with a marine spirit. That water spirit. They put you in that water, you come up with a marine spirit. I was blown. I said, I gotta get back on TikTok to share this with Miller. I done got this revelation. Oh my God. Think about how many people have been baptized in them churches and they'll come up with a different type of spirit than what you're supposed to have.
And they do. I seen it firsthand happen, that people came out worse than what they was when they went in there. They tell you that if you ain't right, you know you come back up with a worse spirit than you got. They don't tell that part. Thank you. Give me just a minute. Let me get official in. Come on, official, because you've been waiting patient.
Hey, how you doing today?
I'm good.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, this mom I got introduced by one of my friends today. You know, since by the time I click the button, everything, I love everything about your channel, your podcast, and I just
thank you.
And you know, everything that you were saying so far prior to me being directly here, my spirit being directly here, I already been having some of the things you said. It was automatically downloaded to me when I went to my spiritual religion and go in. And you know, I'm from the South, so I grew up in the South.
You got your window down, official?
A little, no, it's not the wind, it's the wind blowing that hard against the vehicle.
Oh, okay.
It sounds like a lot of wind.
Yeah, we hear you, but we're struggling. You might have to put your mouth up to the phone a little bit more because of the background.
Hold on, let me try something.
Yeah, because I want to hear what you're saying.
What about now? Can you hear me better now?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, so in the South, you know, they raised us. That's where it really was in the South. You know, from like South Carolina all the way down to Florida, Mississippi, Alabama. But they forced the church on us, and my grandmother, she was deeply heavy inside the church. One of my boys was a pastor. So over the years, you know, I was going to church, but I didn't like going because by the time I was going, I felt like something wasn't right at all. Right? As a child, you're a child, you spend your innocence and you pick up things, you know. And you know, later in the years, I went to this church one time. My child.
Yeah, they still saying in the chat that they can barely hear you. We just don't want to miss anything you're saying.
What about that? Can you hear me better now?
Yeah, I know I can hear you. Are you talking like off of a Bluetooth?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Everybody, y'all can hear him? They look the chat saying no. They can hear you, but it's not clear. I'll put it that way.
I can hear you clear, but I can't hear them. That's crazy.
Yeah, your earpiece is picking up more noise in the background. We might can hear you better without the earpiece.
Hold on. I'll adjust that. Give me 3 seconds.
No problem. Yeah, we just don't want to miss anything.
Can you hear me better now?
Oh yes, 100% better. Go ahead.
Okay, so what happened? I was saying that I stopped going to church because something didn't feel right, and later on in life, my child mother, she dragged me to her aunt church at Greensboro, North Carolina. I didn't want to go because I felt like my spirit, that's not where my spirit was calling. So what happened that day, because one thing I don't play with spirits, and I'm very intuitive as far as that. You know, I've been born spiritual. So, getting to church, I see people running up and down, going crazy, putting on the Holy Ghost, talking in tongues and stuff. So now it was during that time period to where they was calling people to come to the altar, and where the pastor had the 2 deacons on the side of a person,
right?
And they take the oil and they hit you in the head, and the person had like they pass out or something like
right.
They caught the. So I didn't want to go up there. So when my child mother and her family was giving me a look like go up there, I'm giving a look like no. So I had like 9 of them looking at me, getting upset like, yo, you better go up there. So I went. So when I got to the front of them, when I got up there to the front, it was 2 deacons up there, and she standing in front of me. I looked at her, and she said what she said, and she hit me in the center of my head, and I didn't fall back. So when I didn't fall back, she had a crazy look on her face. So the deacons looked like, hold up now, something going on. What's going on here? Because for one thing, I do not play with something. If I don't feel it, I don't feel it. I can't fake it. My spirit ain't gonna let me fake it. Yeah. So she looked at me again, tried again. When she done it again, I didn't move when she hit me. So the deacon leaned over. He was like, "Hey, young blood, listen here. We ain't about to do this here all day." So when he said that, it threw me off. Like, what are you talking about? Like, now I'm confused. So she did it the 3rd time. I didn't move. So now they done got frustrated. Yeah. So the deacon on the left, he was kind of wanted to laugh, but he couldn't laugh, but he hold his laugh in. The one on the right, on the one on the right who was getting agitated with me, I thought he walked off. So this time when she did it, she put more oil on her hand and she put more aggressive into it. So the deacon on my left wanted to laugh. He's like, "Hey man, come on man, I know what's going on, but man, come on man, don't do this man, don't do this." So now I'm feeling lost. So when she did it that 3rd time and I wasn't gonna move, I felt my body go backwards. What happened? The deacon that left on my right, I thought he left. I ain't know where he went. He came behind me and took his knee and put it behind my knee and pulled me back.
Wow.
And when they done that, I felt violated, like something been taken away from me.
Wow.
And when I went to sat back down in this church, it wasn't a church with the pews, it was a building with the chairs in it, a sanctuary or what they call it.
Right.
When I went to sat back down, I felt violated from that day, and I never went back to church from that day forward. So me and my child mama had problems, and and what the problem was, it be the ones in the church trying to say that people who don't go to church that we got a problem or we the devil. Right. Them be the main ones behind the scene playing with witchcraft and voodoo on you and trying to hide their hand and being hypocrites and everything about it. And as soon as they find out you intuitive or on the spiritual side, now you the devil. And not really knowing the meaning behind devil or talking about the flesh is meaning the lower part of yourself and all that.
Right.
So, but I listen to people's stories and I know it real when they talking about the things that, cause they feel what I feel, and some people scared to speak up because their family gonna go against them, go against them and do all kind of other things. Like I got a lot of people who agree with me on the low that talk to me in private that experience it, but on the front end, they got to put on for their family. I said, you never gonna be free until you stop putting on for your family, let them know the real you. I said, it doesn't matter if you be the black sheep or they call you this and do that. That's when you got to break that cycle of it, because it's a lot of the things that the family does when they come to that, especially in the church. They cover up things, the traumas that's being pushed onto people for the entities and that they fighting from being molested in the early part of their childhood and stuff like that. And they keep covering it up with the church or saying that, but that is not the way.
Right. And then like what you were saying about the molestation and all of that stuff. So these people know, it's people sitting in the church knowing that these higher ups are doing this to teenage girls, the boys, like they know that this stuff is going on. And yet and still you will take these children in these churches and yourself and make them sit down and listen to the same perpetrator that them took took something away from them. This the shit that I'm talking about. Make this stuff make sense. And these people know that this stuff is going on. They know. I had a young lady on the panel not too long ago, and she said that her mama knew that the pastor had molested her. and then they and made her go back to the church. And he talking about, I know what's wrong with you. Let me pray for you. And he knew what he had did. See? And that girl said she could not go back to church no more after that.
And that's why we got the crime rate high to when they calling the crazy when they acting out in their adult years, ready to kill people and shoot people because they ignore what the problem is going on in the childhood, and they cover it up because that's what they learned from their mama. Their mama covered up the dirt the granddaddy been doing.
Right, the same stuff, a generational curse.
Exactly.
Generational curses and stuff. And then it's sad that these people, you know, how do you not understand that when you're not performing rituals in this place, even the communion shit, right? It tells you to examine yourself. If you got to examine yourself, that means that it's a God inside of you that knows right from wrong, correct?
Exactly.
So if you got to examine yourself and then at the same time you taking and eating and breaking bread with an unknown entity that's telling you that take this is the flesh of this entity, drink this is the blood, a whole vampire, a whole cannibal, and y'all don't find nothing wrong with that. You done threw a white sheet over a table. Is that not an altar? What's the difference in your altar in the church and my altar at the house? Exactly. Then you got the nerve to have candles and stuff on there. Then you have to have nerve to have alcohol. Some of it is real. Some people use cranberry juice to represent the alcohol. You get what I'm saying? So you still in there doing a full ritual.
Right. Right.
And then you're being told to examine your damn self. So if you got to examine your own self, why are you not the one casting yourself into a heaven or a hell?
Exactly.
That shit makes sense.
Because they don't realize heaven or hell, the heaven or hell is a conscience. It's a conscience. And they show, and then you know what's crazy too? The folks that took over this country, they show it in TV and cartoons all the time. They put it on your shoulder, yourself talking to you, the devil, the dual part of yourself, which is the ego, and you got the God part of yourself, which is the higher self. And then they put them on your shoulder not knowing that. And then another thing I don't understand, first, you know, the people that you know, I tell people all the time, outside of me dealing with herbs and helping people heal, the Bible don't teach you how to heal from diseases and stuff like that. They don't talk. It does not tell you that. But it is certain foods that we supposed to be eating so that will protect us from against that. And even though the body will heal itself, but I don't understand. People will accept herbal and say that they're spiritual. How you gonna be spiritual but still going to church talking about Jesus and this and that? And in this school, they told you what happened, how the stuff was forced onto you, and you still going to repeat the same stuff. Then told you that it been forced onto people. Why would you go and change something that been forced onto people? And I don't understand why they say you got to have a church to be buried when you die. Just get cremated. If that's the case, don't have none of that fake stuff around you.
Right, come on now.
They only going to show you fake love when you're dead or when you own or when you're dead. They only go, that's when the fake love come out.
Come on now. And they only look, and they only coming to see, which is a ceremony too, which is a ritual too. You get what I'm saying? Having church, then nobody won't know what's taking place. Why are y'all bringing bodies in backwards? Why the person can't see? You get what I'm saying? Why that soul can't see where the fuck you taking it to? Why you got to turn me backwards and roll me up into a motherfucking space?
Exactly.
Like, make this shit make sense, y'all. It don't make sense because remember, they was burying people in the ground without caskets. You used to be buried. Caskets and stuff are new, y'all. That shit is new. They used to just put people in the ground or either put your ass in a floating thing and set you on fire and float you down the water in the river. Send your ass on your way. You being cremated.
That's crazy. It'd be my opinion, I would rather be cremated and put in the water and the ocean and be flowing freely than to be sitting in the ground in a box full of other entities and all that other stuff, you know? That's how I would rather do it.
It's one more way to make money off of you, because they can just to sell you the casket one more time to get the last money before you leave.
Because you're gonna be born with bills, you're gonna die with bills.
Okay, y'all, give me a minute. Let me get to the user up at the top. User 197.
All right.
Unmute your mic, user.
Okay, can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Peace of mind.
Okay. Hi. I came across, hello to everyone. I came across your live last week and I'm so grateful that I did. I'm listening today and I heard you talk about transference of spirits when you're in the church, where anywhere where, you know,
Right.
and I have a question. I joined the church when I was very early on. We were raised in the church. I gave my life over in my early 20s to the church, to God, whatever entity that I felt I was indoctrinated in now. However, I felt depressed for many, many, many years. And when the lady was talking about the transference of spirits, I remember being in the church and all of these women, it was the mothers in the church, the women in the church, put me in the middle and made a circle around me and prayed for me for whatever reason it was at that time. And I felt that the depression and anxiety got worse and heavier. And I'm wondering now, could that have been a transference of spirits that I have been suffering from? Yeah. Because even now, still today, and another question, and I hope someone can address this one as well. I feel that I've been in the church, and maybe about 7 years ago, I said, I can't do it anymore. My mother was dying. The pastor and wife and people went up there to the church, laid hands on my mother. They said my mother who was basically comatose, when she got laid her hands on, she fought. Her body fought. And then my mother died. And I'm wondering, I can't help but wonder if that laying on the may have mentioned like generational curses or something like that, where I feel that I don't have anything specific to thing, and I don't know if I know my grandmother, great grandmother were heavily involved in the church. I don't know about my ancestors before then, but I'm wondering if it's something them telling me to just get out, because 7 years ago I said I can't take it no more, and I just left. I wasn't getting anything from the church.
So your self will tell you, you have a higher self. Your higher self is the God that's within you. It will tell you all things that are right. It wants the best for you. It wants the best experience for you. So it will tell you when you need to move. It will tell you, don't go down this street. It will tell you, come out from amongst them. It will tell you, do not worship and praise that. It will tell you, it tells you things. So let me just say this. If you are somebody that has done this stuff, literally life and death lies in the power of the tongue. All you need to say is that I declare and I decree that anything that I have spoken and gave control and authority over myself, I denounce you. And I call all of my powers back to myself.
Oh, yes.
That's all you need to say.
Okay.
That's right. When you declare and decree something, it shall be done. So I declare and I decree anything that I have willingly gave power over myself. I denounce it, and I call all of my powers back to me.
Yes. Thank you.
Your powers back.
Yes. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Because I felt like sitting in that circle a long time ago, I was like, something just isn't right. And even when I would sit in the church, and especially when they say, pray in Jesus' name, I just couldn't. I was like, every time I pray in Jesus' name, things get worse, And I said, I can't continue to do that, But the gentleman stated that sometimes the people that have been in the church, we're the worst ones who don't want to admit some things because we've given our lives and we've think we've done things because of the power of the church and the prayer and all this stuff, and we ain't done nothing. But I agree with him, because my husband today, I left the church. My husband, he eventually left, but he left begrudgingly. I just said I wasn't going back. You do you, but I'm not going back. And so I'm raising my grandchildren now, and I'm not going to bring them up in the church. I'm just not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. So thank you for addressing my question. I'll drop down so someone else can come up.
Okay. Give us just a moment. Let us remove you down.
Okay.
Krishana. And then I'm gonna get to mother.
Karina.
Yes.
Hey, okay. So to the young lady who was just up there, I was speaking about the trend. She's right. So just to reiterate, to let you know, ma'am, who was just on the panel, you're correct. So when I was younger, let me start from the top real quick. So I can't even use my real name on this app, first off, because of who my family is. But I got a whole bunch of celebrities, and people be worshiping these people like they God. So you get false people who want to befriend you because of what they think. So my mother went into the church early on and dragged me in, and the same thing happened. So I went and they called themselves praying for me. It got worse and it got worse and it got worse until one day my daughter was like, Mama, look, cut the shits. You got to cut their ass off. My daughter was real with me. She was like, you need to build you an ancestor altar, because I used to see things and tell them, oh, I seen this person, or your house looks like this, and they would tell me, no, that's Satan. That's a spirit in you. That's a demonic entity that's taking over your body. You should know what people's house look like. You shouldn't be able to see deceased people. You shouldn't be able to communicate with anybody who isn't here. That's what they teach you. That's what they want you to believe. But because you went through that illness and sickness, that was the shit that was on their ass. You understand? That's the shit that they have now transferred to you, that you are left trying to get rid of. And what is the more diabolical is that my mother, who is a pastor, ended up going on Facebook Live, got these 8 million views because of who she is and because of who her father is. She ended up just cold turkey and believing everything that they told her. My mother had a massive stroke from praying with these people all the time. Now, she a pastor. My mother is in a vegetable state right now. And her husband is still doing the same thing. And her husband won't allow me to see her because I said, Mama, I see you in the vision. Go to the river. There is a river. You keep coming to me. She keeps coming to me, asking me to help her. And I'm like, spiritually. Right. And I'm telling her, there is a tree. There is a big tree. Go to the tree and there is a river that flows upward, not a river that flows down. You never fuck with a downward flowing river. You want the river that goes up. Go to the river, Mama. Her husband keeps, nah, we got to pray for it. Everybody coming over. You keep inviting more and more spirits. So you wonder why when they try to take my mama to the hospital, my mama was saying, no, no, no. And she knows. So trust me, this is not an isolated incident what happened to your mother. It's not an isolated incident. I'm dealing with the same shit, but what the difference is that I woke the fuck up before it was too late for me too. You understand? I had health issues. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with me? It got to the point where I couldn't drive nothing. I'm talking about people looking at me like, bitch, how you got a Bentayga? How you got all these expensive ass cars, but you can't drive? I literally was having panic attacks so bad I could not drive. You know why? Because those were spirits that were attaching themselves to me. And you got to speak to them motherfuckers. You got to literally put your feet down. Go outside and put your feet in the motherfucking dirt. Do you hear me? Go outside with barefoot. Go outside barefoot. Start getting you some fresh rosemary, thyme, some I'm gonna post that shit. It's back cleaning shit that you need to cleanse yourself with. Wash your hair with certain things. Go to drink only spring water, creek water, water that actually moves. Your body can heal itself. You got to believe that you heal. You can't speak that shit over yourself, over your house. You can cuss them motherfucking spirits out. Do you hear me? You send them back to where they fuck they send them back to them hoes who held hands, who sent that shit to you, and you send that shit back to them hoes 100-fold. Them and they goddamn whole generation. I don't give a fuck about her cousin, and who here and there. No, because they ain't give a damn about you. They wanted that shit. You think people don't understand this? They do. They overstand this shit. We are just learning. We are just literally learning this shit. And it was all a fucking lie. Do you think that they had us chained and cuffed and they gave us a motherfucking book? That shit makes sense. Is you gonna give your enemy a blueprint to you? Are you gonna give your enemy the blueprint to you? No. Why would you accept the book that some people that had you chained, your ancestors chained, picking fucking cotton, gonna give you a goddamn book that's salvation? Are you fucking serious? Think about that shit realistically for a minute. Why would they give you a book? No, they gave you a book to keep your ass in check. Everything in the book. How make this make sense? How they gonna tell you the New Testament is what you go by and throw away the Old Testament? But the Old Testament had commandments in it saying do not kill, do not commit adultery. But yet, we had King Solomon that had how many wives? Shit, wasn't it like 400? So now they telling us you can't sleep with nobody else because you married and that's adultery. Make all this shit add up. You gotta start thinking. You gotta start thinking for yourself.
Right, look, not only that, about him having all the women, what about
it brought me hot because I know how they fucking play with our minds. You understand?
Hold on one second, Karina. Hold on 1 second. The host just trying to say something. Hold on 1 second, love.
Yeah, I was trying to piggyback off of her when she was talking about the man having all the women that he was sleeping with, y'all. Not even just that. What about the Sodom, the city of Sodom, where all the men were sleeping with each other? About that one, it was multiple scriptures in the book where you got men sleeping with other men, y'all. In the book, make that stuff make sense. So yeah, that's all I was trying to say. I was just trying to get that in with her.
If you read the Talmud, their Talmud is the worst. It's the most disgusting, where it even allows to have it with 3-year-olds or under 3-year-olds. That's just ridiculous. You would throw up if you read that.
Yeah.
And not only that,
go ahead.
They literally sent a bishop. They sent a bishop. I'm gonna land my plane with this. They sent a bishop. I'll never forget, to my house when I was 19. I was 19 years old. And actually, I wasn't even 19. I had to be like 17. Because, baby, my first apartment rent was $4. I'm going to keep it real on here. Sent a bishop because I was like, it's something in my house. I keep hearing stuff like, I didn't know that I had a gift at that time. You understand? And the church was trying to suppress it any means necessary. The bishop come to the house and tell me, the Holy Spirit is telling me to tell you, baby, to take your clothes off in order to cleanse your house. I said, take my clothes off. He was like, yeah, you got to take your clothes off. Now, mind you, on my page, I'm real about it. I was first molested at 5 years old. Yes. So this shit ain't new to me. So I'm like, okay, so take my clothes off. He like, yeah, I got to anoint your body. A bishop, this a massive ass church. I'm talking about a mega church. I take my clothes off. He take his clothes off. He like, now we got to walk through the house and anoint the house. But I'm like, why I got to be naked? Do you know this man ended up doing exactly what all y'all minds is imagining, telling me that that's the only way I could free myself in my house? Yes, that shit happened. And when I reported him, To the whole church. They was like, well, we gonna get rid of him, but baby, you don't want to go and talk about it because of who your family is. That'll look bad and blah 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 and so forth, and talk me out of speaking on shit like this. It took me to become a grown ass woman going through therapy with real ass therapists that are herbalists that tell you the truth about everything to be okay. That shit fucking happened. It happens to a lot of women in the church. They will prey
And
on you. Do you understand? This was a mega church. This one of the people on TV. This motherfucker was on TV and was fucking his members.
Yep. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yes. And I'm going to land my plane there.
Yep. Mother, go ahead, baby. But they know, the people in the church, I already talked about that, how they know that these pastors are doing this stuff and still tell people to come to the church, still invite people to go to the church, still let the children, the boys and the girls go with these people, and they know what's being done. Go ahead, Mother.
Hey, how y'all doing? Peace, love, and light. It's so good to hear from y'all. I just want to say that the game in that church so real. Once the great mother woke me up, and I wasn't going for all the games that the church was. I was waking people up in the church, so they had this lady come to the church. They said she was a prophet. And she was like an Asian looking lady, and she used to bleed out her hands. And so the day that I went and got my hair done that day, but the dress I was wearing, I don't know, something told me to wear the dress. So she was calling people up to the altar to, lay hands on them and talk to them. So she called my address, but another girl had my address. And so I didn't go. I wasn't going to go anyway because I felt my dress. Something told me to wear the dress I wore. And don't you know, this lady kept calling stuff only that I wrote down. You know how you have to write down your information when you join the church?
When you go,
She was calling out stuff that I knew I written down. And when it was over with, the spirit had told me that the lady was a witch, and they had her to come there to subdue me and shut me up. And if I would have got up there, the lady would have probably put something on me. But it wasn't, like you said, my inner man told me not to go up there. Why would I want you to touch me if you bleeding out your hands? Just because we in the church, if I'm in the regular streets, if you was bleeding out your hands, I wouldn't want you to touch me.
Right. That's right.
Yeah, so I'm just saying the wake up, be quiet. The wake up is real. That church is evil. It's so much stuff going on in that church. I call myself trying to go to be like, well, let me just see if the church done changed. It's more evil now due to the fact that I'm really awake. It's scary going in there. It's so scary going in there because you can't worship the creature more than you can the creator. I'm the creator. So for me to hear you telling me that the creature more powerful than me, and you tell, I can't handle it. But I'm going to land my plane on that one. And I miss everybody. I've been going through, but I'm still listening. But y'all keep me pray for me, and just keep me lifted up.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
all right,
ma'am.
bye-bye.
Gotcha, baby. All right, peace, love, and light to you. Okay, guys. Yeah, and with that being said, y'all, these people, they sit here and they know what's taking places in these churches and stuff, y'all. They already know this. It's nothing that it's not even kept secret. That's why I don't understand, why do these people go so hard for something that they know that it's a bunch of, like, I'm like, what's his name? A bunch of malarkey. Because that's exactly what it is. Them folks is full of shit up in there. Hey, cool. They full of shit up in there. Like, literally full of it. They know that children are being molested. They know that the pastors and these people are sleeping with multiple women. You get what I'm saying? The first lady, she wearing no big ass hat so you can't see the sadness over her face. You get what I'm saying? Because she knows what's taking place. He going to lay hands. You get what I'm saying? He going to lay down and put his hands in places and spaces where they shouldn't be. You get what I'm saying? They know exactly what's taking place in these churches. All of these pastors, these big churches going over there to Africa. Y'all better go do your research on that. What they going to Africa for? You get what I'm saying? Going into the damn village for. Why you going to Africa to the village? Y'all go do your research on that stuff. Because it's a reason why they doing that. Pay attention to what's going on. You are a spiritual being. You have a spirit. You have a soul. The church don't give you that. You come with many tongues. Let me get that. Let me explain the tongues to you guys. Okay. The speaking in tongue is not evil. Speaking in tongue is not given to you through the church. Speaking in tongues is your language. You are you have different, what's the word I be using, Tony?
Multi-dimensional being?
Yeah, multi-dimensional being, meaning that it's many versions to yourself. And through those many versions of yourself, there is a many tongues. So that means that you have multiple beings that exist on the inside of you. That's where they get the bipolar schizophrenia from, the multiple person disorder. That stuff come from. ADHD, that shit come from. But you are a multi-dimensional being, meaning there are many multiple versions of yourself that exist on the inside of you, right? You come with a many tongues. Your tongue is your angelic language. We was on the four corners of the earth. It don't matter where you were. Well, if the wind made a sound, your tongue was able to catch that spirit and speak it. Know that that's what it's talking about. Gone with the wind. Wherever we was, remember, the earth, the wind has a vibration to it. The wind has a frequency to it. It plays music. It makes sound. It communicates. So wherever you were, remember, spirit means breath. Breath is a part of the air. So when the wind would blow a certain type of way and you lived on that region, that's the tongue that you spoke. So we come with a mini tongue. That is not given to you through the church. That you was born with that. That is yours. That gift comes with you. That's already on the inside of you. The church is not giving you anything. Most of the time, they are stealing your gifts or using your gifts to give out information to the people in the church. They already know who the real seers are. They already know who are the real, which is AKA the prophetess. The empaths. You working with the clairs, the gift of clairs, clairaudience, clairsynthesis, claircognizance, the dreamer, getting visions. All of that stuff comes with you. The church is not giving you any of that stuff. You are the church. Remember, the word church comes from the word circus. Go look it up. Go look it up. Don't take my word for it. Go look it up. Go look up the etymology of the word church. Church means circus. The real circus is the church that you go and dwell in. You buy your raffle tickets. How do you purchase your raffle tickets? By giving tithes. You just purchased some raffle tickets to see the fucking circus. Who in the circus? Who is the pastor? Which beast is he? Which animal is he? Who are the animals that's singing on the choir? What animal is playing the guitar and the drums? Which animals are performing in the congregation? You in a circus. Go look up the etymology of the word church. And it's going to tell you it originates from the word circus. Church means circus. It's a circus up in there. It's a freak show going on in the circus.
I say.
They got you jumping through hoops. How many of y'all seen them jump over the motherfucking pews? That's your hoops right there.
I say.
How many of you seen the people crawling on the floor like a fucking snake? There go your snake right there. How many people stretching their necks out looking to see what the next motherfucking doing? There go your giraffe neck right there.
I say.
You get what I'm saying? Like you can't make it up.
Full of clowns.
And when they lay hands, notice what points they usually lay hands. Let's say, yeah, they cannot touch you other places in public, but those spots, I'm so sorry to interrupt, but those spots, they put their hands on your forehead where the third eye is, and all the powers they steal. Where they take your vision, they take everything from you.
That's the hocus pocus.
Yeah, visualization, imagination. Yeah, and they lay hands on your heart chakra. They lay hands on your stomach area where all these important points, and literally pull your powers out of you.
Destiny swapping, destiny stealing.
Bingo.
Y'all better wake up and understand and understand what is taking place.
It has nothing to do with God, the creator. Nothing. It's against that. Against all good. And it's, sorry, I'll be quiet.
Go ahead, I lost my thought. But y'all go look up the etymology of these words, y'all, so you can understand what's taking place. And that you, and call all your powers back to yourself. I declare and I decree. Anything that I have given authority over myself, I denounce it, and I call back all my powers to me. I call back everything that was taken from me, everything that was stolen from me. I declare and I decree. I was blind, but now I see.
And they hate people. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
I thought you were. And they hate people like us. They hate because we have the power, and they don't want us to speak. They've been silencing us throughout the centuries through church. They were burning people like us, calling them witches. Right?
Right.
And now they cannot do that because it's illegal, but now they're putting nasty things in our food, in our drinks, in our air, in our everything, making us, not us, like people in general, making them dumb and dumbfounded, so they cannot think for themselves. So now religion is another way of politics, just controlling and making you stupid and do what they say. And give your powers to them, but we have to take it all back. We are most powerful, all of us. But in order to get there, we need your life to open people's eyes and realize, whomever doesn't know, or whomever knows, to just take it back. Like you said, the most important thing, they've done that, they've robbed us, but what do we do to take it back? Just speak the word and take it by force. Take your powers back.
Y'all tap the screen, please. Y'all tap the screen. Y'all tap the screen. Yeah, I got to drop people so I can teach, because they be breaking what I'm talking about. Guys, I don't mind y'all coming up, but when I'm in a teacher moment, do not break me from teaching, because it's a message that's coming through that I'm supposed to get out to somebody. Okay, so y'all, if you see me working and I'm speaking through the spirit, don't interrupt me, y'all. Don't do that, because I'm gonna lose my train of thought. Okay, with that being said, guys, remember that it's nothing greater than the God that you are. It's nothing greater than you. You are the one that's gonna cure yourself and heal yourself. Remember, when you go into the doctor, right? The doctor has to write you a diagnosis out, correct? Look at the word, look at the frequency and the vibration of the word diagnosis. Remember, he has to write you out a spell. The doctor has to write out you a spell. You have to put your energy in that. You have to accept the spell that was written. Remember, he writes his name in what? In courtesy. He's writing this prescription out in courtesy. So you have to accept the spell that is given to you. You have to accept in your heart, your soul, in your mind that you have a diagnosis. You're waiting to die. You accept the diagnosis. You accept the spell that was written out for you that told you that you had a illness. You have to accept that. Once you accept something in your soul and in your heart, now it must manifest itself. Now it has to manifest itself. And then after the doctor writes the prescription, aka the spell, you take it and you get it fulfilled. Where you go get it fulfilled? Do you not go to the pharmacy? Go look up the etymology of the word pharmacy. And it's going to tell you sorcery. So once you go get your spell fulfilled and you begin to take the sorcery, the witchcraft, now you get more sicker because now you can't get off. They tell you you got to go back to the doctor so he can break the spell. Remember that, but they not breaking anything. Practitioners, they are practicing. So who is the fucking witch? Us or them? Practitioners. Remember that. A witch is called a what? In the street witch is called what? A practitioner. Do y'all get it? So if you think that you sick and your mind takes that in, it tells the body that you are sick. So when you're talking to yourself, it's actually your cells. So when you're talking to yourself inside of your head, you are telling your cells to get sick. The doctor said, I have cancer. And you repeating that in your head, telling your cells that you got cancer. So it began to replicate that. Replicate that. Again, hell is repetition. Ain't that's what they told you in the great damn book? Did they not tell you in the book that hell is repetition? Repetition means to be done over and over and over again. Tap the screen, y'all. Can we please get y'all? It's too many people in here, not for the screen, not the hearts to be. It's 2.4 thousand people in this live. Tap the screen. Then you get these people that's coming in here, like all the shit that I'm giving y'all, all the stuff that the people have come on the panel and giving y'all. True examples, stuff that they done lived. And it's just like the Christians, like they sit there and they tell you, people get banned every day on these apps about, in confrontation with Christians. But Christian comes into spaces like this and they insert themselves in our business, right? If we fucking witches and warlocks, why are you in the devil's den? You get what I'm saying? Why the fuck is you over here? If we witches and warlocking over here, why the fuck is you in here? Because it's a familiar spirit. It's a fucking familiar spirit. You over here. You get what I'm saying? Why did you come? What's in you that made you come to a lie that has nothing to do with you? Familiar spirit.
Ashe.
You get what I'm saying? Why are you here? Principality. Wickedness. Darkness in high places. Why are you over here? Spirit of confusion. Yeah, we call you out by name. You get what I'm saying? Look at the stuff that they do. They sit in these spaces and talk about every damn body in the church. If you want to hear some shit, go to church. Get your popcorn. Buy you a Coke. Make sure it's cold. Sit your ass on the back pew and watch it go down. Watch how you see the pastor look at the little young girl, 6 and 17-year-old coming down there with their short skirts on. Why she can't wear a short skirt anyway? Why her skirt got to come to her ankles? Why can't she wear her skirt above her knees and she's 16 and 17 years old? Because you got a perverted ass pastor. You get what I'm saying? Why do she got to dress like a motherfucking grandmama? Because you got a perverted ass pastor. You get what I'm saying? Why can't she wear makeup? Because you got a perverted ass pastor. Just look at the stuff that takes place in the church setting. Them people up in there doing all kinds of stuff. Trust and believe. I just told y'all I was a pastor child too. Multiple pastors and ministers and deacons and evangelists and stuff in my family. And you know what your family people do because you see them. How you pastoring and ministering and deaconing and you be at the casino that you tell your congregation not to go to? Why is you at the hotel with Rochelle? You get what I'm saying?
Clock it.
Like, make this stuff make sense. Why you laying hands on Rochelle? Like, make this stuff make sense. Why are you really driving Miss Daisy, Pastor? You wonder why your grandmama in love with the pastor, but he laying hands and he down there twiddling and fiddling and playing with the little man in the boat. And you wonder what's going on with grandmama. She catching feelings. Shit. Man, hell. We're going to tell the truth and shame the damn devil.
I say every time.
Shit. Y'all better wake up. Sure.
And the Christians know it.
They doing all kinds of stuff in there, and they be doing it right in people's faces. But you got some people are so indoctrinated to when they see something, they still say in their head they ain't see what they just saw.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? You saw the lady sitting on the front pew with her legs open with no panties on. You saw her. And you see the pastor wiping the sweat off his head with that nasty ass do-rag that he be having in his pocket, or that stinking ass towel.
Stank.
You see it, you wonder why he's sweating over there, and you see her on the front pew with no panties on. Then you'll walk over there, y'all see the damn mother boy go over there and put the sheet over her legs. Ain't nobody seen shit. Don't nobody know what's going on. And everybody in the church looking. They have to get him, the damn deacon have to pass him a glass of water to drink. Because he about to fall out because of what he's seeing.
Cool down, cool down.
Like, I'm not making this stuff up. Y'all can vouch about what I'm saying, because everybody done seen it take place, but people be telling it, they sweep shit up under the rug. Everybody got to be quiet, girl. Don't you tell that, just like the lady was saying on the panel. Don't you say nothing. You can't go out there and tell that. It's going to make us look bad. But y'all calling everybody outside the church witches and warlocks and sinners. And y'all done broke every rule in the book to be broken is broken in the church. You got the little children falling asleep in the church because the soul of the children knows not to entertain garbage. So that soul will put the child in a deep sleep. Then you got the parents over there pinching on the damn little girls. Twisting the little boys' ears. And they damn soul and spirit done put them to sleep so they won't entertain the garbage. It don't want to indulge in none of the shit that's going on. So the babies are being put to sleep by the spirit that's in them. And you over there pinching on them, popping them and telling them to wake up and pay attention. It don't want to pay attention. That's why the fuck they went to sleep. You think because the soul is inside of a little bitty body, it's not intelligent. Body is not intelligent. It knows to put the baby to fuck to sleep. Make this stuff make sense. The soul is very intelligent. It's been here before. It knows all the tricks of the damn devil. That's why you have to go to the school, Sunday school, Bible class, and they have to drill it back down inside of the child. That's why they have to go so young. It's a control mechanism. Don't you dare listen to yourself. They tell you, don't you talk back to yourself. Don't ask yourself nothing and don't you respond. Because if you just start to talk to yourself, your higher self gonna talk back to your ass. Should I go out tonight? No, girl, don't you take your ass out. Some fuck shit gonna happen tonight. Don't you take your ass out with Carolyn and Mary Neal. Your soul will tell you that. But guess what? You'll get right in that car and go. A fight break out. You got to take up for Carolyn and Mary. But your ass get beat. They ain't nowhere in the club to help you. They just automatically just disappear. Then you go home talking about, I know I shouldn't have went. I know I shouldn't have went. Some told me not to go. It sure did. It was the God in you that told you don't take your dumb ass to that damn club. With them 2 inches. It told you don't do it. It told you don't bring that man home in your house. Do it anyway. He left a pair of socks this day. Done left the tennis shoe this day. Now the motherfucker done moved in. And you wonder what the hell going on. Now he got a whole wardrobe. Now he telling the damn children what to do in their own damn house. And you didn't even invite his ass in. He was just supposed to come spend the night and leave. Now he done moved the fuck in.
Woo!
Make this stuff make sense. And then he had a wife at home already. Then he had a baby mama on the side already. Then he had 2 strippers on the side already. Now you wonder why you depressed. Now you wonder why your coochie itching. Now you wonder why you standing up looking in the ceiling at night. You wonder why you can't go to sleep at night. You wonder why you can't function during the day. Because he done transferred all those spirits into you. Because you're the receiver and he's the giver. So everything that he done went and stuck himself into, he done brought it back and inserted all into you. Now you harvesting all of those energies, all of those spirits. Now you wonder why you can't get out the bed. You wonder why your head hurt. You wonder why your throat hurt. You wonder why your ass crack itching and burning. You wonder why you got an odor. Why you smelling like fish? You get what I'm saying? Now your pH off. Now you smelling like a sack of onions and bunions. Like you cannot make this stuff up. Because the church ain't teaching people about the real transferring of spirits. They not teaching you that. They not teaching the women in the church that if you sleep with the man, fuck the paperwork. Fuck going to the downtown to get some marriage license. When you have sex, you automatically married. You have a soul tie. You don't need no damn piece of paper. You don't need permission. The sexual encounter is the marriage. The sexual encounter is the marriage. So if you don't slept with 8 niggas, you have 8 husbands. They told you in the damn book with the woman at the well. They told you, they gave you the answer to that in the book. There's a lot of answers in the book, but people just overlook it. He told her you have many husbands. Why? Because she was sleeping with different men. A piece of paper don't make you married. Sex make you married. You used to be a good girl. Now you like a damn jackrabbit. Fucking over here, fucking over there, fucking everywhere. Why? Because he done slept with a stripper. And he done inserted all of her energy into you. Everything that the stripper was doing, now you beginning to do it. Now you begin getting to let the incubus and the succubus play with you. You got the sucking spirit sucking on you. You got the incubus spirit licking on you. And sometimes they come together. Somebody on the breast, somebody between the legs. And you can't see them. And you wonder what the hell going on, what's touching you at night. Why I done had an orgasm and it ain't nobody there. Because you are having sex with a spirit. It's a spirit. It's having a sexual encounter. That's what that is. Ain't no Jay-Z coming in your dream having sex with you. Ain't no Beyonce coming in your dream having sex with you. Ain't no Genuine coming in your dream having sex with you. Ain't no Sexy Red coming in your dream having sex with you. Those are sex demons. That's incubus and succubus. And they can look like whoever you want them to look like. So when you having sex in the spirit and you having an erection in the flesh, you just had a real encounter. So if you can have sex in the flesh and get pregnant, guess what? You can have sex in the spirit and have spiritual babies. Now you wonder why you hearing your name called in the house and ain't no damn children in there. Even when your kids are there and they in their room watching TV and you talking about, did you call me? And they talking about, no, mama, I ain't called you. No, it was your spirit, baby, that called your crazy ass. Because you fucking in the spirit. This stuff is real. Spirit's been sleeping with human beings ever since the beginning of time. It's in the book. Spirit's been having sex with human beings ever since the beginning of time, y'all. It's in the book. If you watch a lot of porn, incubus and succubus are coming in there. If you have multiple sex partners, incubus and succubus is coming in there. If you have been molested and raped, incubus and succubus is coming in there. If you are having sex in your head, in your dreams, incubus and succubus is coming in there. If you are masturbating, incubus and succubus, they coming in there. They have to have a window. They mess with babies. Why? Because your family been sacrificed by an ancestor for money and other sick shit that the family don't know about. They mess with old women, old men, children, teenagers. Y'all better understand that you're in the middle of a spiritual warfare, and it's always been spiritual. Because you are a spiritual being having a human experience. So everything takes place in the spiritual realm. If you don't catch it in the spiritual realm, it will manifest in the physical. And if you are having a problem with the incubus and a succubus, and you wonder why your relationship is not working out, your man drive trucks, so you got you what? A bullet. You got the rose. Guess what? That's masturbating. You invite incubus and succubus. Now you have no attachment to your husband when he come home, or your wife when she come home. Now you arguing and fussing about little things, and you don't know what's going on because they do not let you have a healthy relationship. They are very jealous. You only get along when the person is out of the house. That's the only time y'all get along. But when you come together as a union, all hell breaking loose. Why? Because the spirit husband will not let the husband have a relationship with you. The spirit wife will not let your wife have a relationship with you. It will cause confusion in the house. You get what I'm saying? Your husband should vibrate you. He should, the damn vibrators and stuff, all of that stuff is artificial. Those are things that you're supposed to be able to do yourself. He should be able to put his mouth on you and vibrate you to climax. And vice versa. He's supposed to be able to put his hands on you and stimulate you. She's supposed to be able to put her hands on you and stimulate you. You're supposed to be able to have a conversation with each other and stimulate each other. Okay, go ahead, Conscious. Peace, love, and light.
I was gonna ask though, with like masturbation and stuff like that. So, are you saying that that's wrong to do?
Yes, man. Yes, it's not. It's wrong. If you make it wrong, I'm telling you, nothing is wrong unless you say it is wrong. But it opens the doors for those spirits, those demons to come in. People, you can do it for sex magic, for whatever you want, but just know that you invite something else in. Is what I'm saying to y'all. This is stuff that they don't tell the people. People do sex rituals all the time. And yes, masturbating is a part of a sex ritual. But just know when you do that, it's not going to be just you. It's another force there.
Okay, I have another question. With watching porn. Okay, I discovered that I like women now. Like I don't desire men because men, my opinion, do not. I don't get an orgasm at all.
Mm-hmm.
But I noticed that when I watch women, as far as on porn or whatever, I orgasm with playing with myself and all of that stuff. I don't do it all the time, no. But when I have that urge, I'm like wanting it from a woman and not a man. If you
Okay, but that can be a manipulation of a spirit that's there, that's putting that in you. That's telling you to do that. But not saying that it's wrong or right, because you are also picking up something from a past life. You were with a woman in your past life. As well, you can be reliving a past, you having feelings from a past life experience. Because remember, it was all women at the beginning of time anyway. And if people think that the women weren't sleeping together, something wrong with them. Because they were.
Right. Okay. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. So people y'all do what you want to do, but I'm just giving you the real. Yes, people do that. Use sex magic. They do masturbate and stuff because you can orgasm. You're supposed to hold it when you're trying to manifest, but you can also do that with a partner, with your wife or your husband. You can manifest together by holding the orgasm and manifesting as a unit. So you get what I'm saying? So just know that you do whatever you want to do long as you're not hurting anybody. But just know that you're opening doors for other stuff as well, because having sex is a spiritual encounter. So if you're having a spiritual encounter, that means other spirits are watching, and you get what I'm saying, can come in. That's what I'm saying. Go ahead, shine the light.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, they stink too. Them incubus and if you got this, I don't know what Claire that is. I don't know what Claire that may be with the senses.
It's a smell. Which one is there? I think it's Claire Cognizance, if I'm not mistaken. Claire Cognizance is the one I think that is clear smell.
Yeah, because I was laying with a dude.
Gustin, that's right. Thank you, Lee.
Okay.
Yeah, Claire Gustance is the smell.
Yeah. So yeah, I was laying with a dude, and then this is like I say the E thing because I don't want to say that because everybody tripping.
Thank you.
Yeah. So that was something that I learned that saved my life. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm on that all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like every couple whenever. I ain't got time. So I'm doing this, and anyway, I end up laying with this dude, and so this got exposed. You know what I'm saying? Right. And I smelled it when he came out the bathroom. This nigga smelled like rotten eggs. I was like, what the fuck?
Didn't I tell you?
And then I actually felt a presence.
Yup.
Okay. And so then like a couple days later, I brushed that off. And then a couple days, whatever, we got her hooked up again, and we doing it. And this spirit called me a bitch.
Wow.
We were doing it. Yes. Okay, so I was like, what? So I addressed his ass about it. And this is the thing about it. He a whole life warlock and don't realize you messing with the earth angel, and I'm being exposed to this. You know what I'm saying? So I asked him about it. He was like, nah, that wasn't me. I said, now, nigga, since you told me that, now I know I'm dealing with an outside force. Right. I would have rather for you to say, baby, yeah, it was so good, I called you a bitch.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
So then I start getting all that, you know what I'm saying? And still doing what I'm doing with my clients, this nigga's getting whole life exposed. Yep. I even seen like a feminine, like a gay, you know what I'm saying? On them.
It gonna reveal, baby, for sure. And because when you going through your spiritual cleanse and doing the E thing, you get what I'm saying? It's gonna you gonna smell in the spirit. Remember, I told y'all that when you put it on your mouth and on your nose area and stuff, you need to be able to smell in the spirit and in the physical what you cannot see. So when you smelling those smells of white meat and eggs and all, okay, it's letting you know what you're dealing with.
All right, so let me give my little input on it. You feel me? Big Queen, Big 10, big Alabama shit. You feel me? All right. So I've been on this spiritual journey for a good minute, and I got somebody to tell you. I got something to say, y'all. So I'm gonna say, what's y'all favorite color?
No, we're not gonna do that. But just go.
No.
No, we're not gonna. Color? No, sir.
Well, look,
if you got something to say, just go on and tell.
I'm gonna tell you mine. Mine is orange. That deals with creativity, the sacred chakra. When y'all was talking about masturbating earlier, that is the creativity part that you use.
So I know what that is. I know exactly what it is.
Okay.
That's part of it. It's what I said and what you said.
Okay.
So, but what's your point about it?
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
Some people look at themselves in a bad way.
It doesn't matter. I'm giving them the spiritual part of what's taking place in their life. I know what I'm teaching. I don't need no help in that department. I know what I'm teaching. This platform was given to me to help people.
All right, what's the
Divine
message,
Mother has brought me for to help people. And I'm going to give them the real. I'm going to tell them the truth. So they'll have an understanding
what's the
of what's
truth?
taking
What's
place.
the truth? Tell me.
But I just told
What's
you.
up?
Look, go do your own platform. That's what you do. Go start your own stuff and teach the people what you want them to know about some motherfucking colors. Like this shit, like you get what I'm saying? Y'all, you cannot make this shit up. What was the purpose the fuck you come up here and talk about some fucking chakras? We talk about that all the time. The people over here not slow. I'm not slow. But what I'm teaching them is on a whole motherfucking nother level. Hell, McDonald's got red. Wendy's got motherfucking red. Chick-fil-A got motherfucking red. And that's dealing with the chakra. What's the point? He don't know where the fuck he came into. Like some goddamn crayons.
I don't know why they do you like that, Meta.
Like this shit is crazy. He done came and asked me what my damn color is. And why would I tell you what my fucking favorite color is and I don't even know you? So you can tap into my motherfucking energy.
You got me screaming.
Like,
So I'll start your own stuff.
Yeah, you emotional damage. You the one in here a whole introverted ass woman and you don't know who the fuck you is. You come up on the panel asking somebody to tell you what the fuck a color is. Ain't nothing wrong with me, something wrong with you.
About chakras.
Right, about some damn chakras. The hell you talking about?
Zulu.
You cannot make this shit up.
Bro, man was way out of pocket.
We all on the same page. Everybody know what we was talking about.
Listen, baby, I picked up on you
talking about
last
what the fuck is like, and I'm sitting there telling him it's what he said ain't what I'm saying, but we talking about what I was talking about.
But you know what, though, sister?
Go ahead. She can go ahead, baby. I think it's Miss Crick. Go ahead. Unmute your mic. If she can. Unmute your mic, Miss Cricket. I think it's Crick. Crick Love.
Yeah, he came in here on some old narcissistic man stuff. A woman not supposed to know nothing. Man know all. You supposed to sit quiet and let him school you when he know you already schooling him. You just too full of your pride as a man to say you learned something from a woman. Man, go sit down somewhere, boo-boo kitty.
You ain't know boo-boo kitty, itty witty titty committee. How about that?
Okay, I picked up on your post last week, girlfriend, and I've been with you the whole time. And I'm like, this girl is speaking the truth and she know what she's talking about. And the whole thing is, it's not that you're not giving the word to everybody. You're trying to wake up your sisters to let us know what is our inner being. What is our real purpose on this earth, baby?
And then he wants to come up here and call himself trying to teach against what the hell I'm talking about.
Man, ain't nobody talking about goddamn crayon boxes.
Yeah. Damn, you coming up here talking about a damn chakra. We know what chakras are. Hell, you the reason you here because of us. So how the hell you gonna come ask me what my damn color is and what they're trying to teach me about a damn chakra when you come from out of one of our chakra box. You come from the chakra box. Matter of fact, you come from the box.
Chakra box.
Like this shit is crazy.
She said you come from the chakra box, boy. You better listen.
I screamed when you said you coming up here talking about a chakra.
Boy, do you know we the queen of the chakras up in here?
Done came up in here and done turned the live into something else talking about some damn chakras, and I'm in here teaching these people about incubus and succubus so they'll know what the hell going on.
What's the truth? You say I just told you the truth, but your truth's supposed to be the truth to us, but what she telling you ain't the truth. Man, go on with your narcissistic ass.
That's right.
I'm gonna go, but I just wanted to say one thing to you, Queen. I love your message. We do need to teach a message about living a life, that this is only a test and that we will come to the end of our lives and stand before God in Christ if we're not right with God.
Who is God, ma'am? Who you talking about?
Father, Son, Holy Spirit.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Ain't no Father, and Son, ain't no Holy Spirit over here, ma'am. That's not happening here. I don't see that. No, ma'am. That is not true. That's what I'm in here teaching. That's what I'm in here teaching y'all about how they lied to you, ma'am.
So where's the teaching coming from? I'm just asking.
Ma'am, it's coming from within me just like it's inside of you. You come here already with the Holy Spirit. You were the Holy Spirit at birth, ma'am. You get taught who Jesus is.
Okay.
Ain't no Holy Spirit from in no church setting. That comes to take the place of yourself and your mother.
Well, actually, the things I'm speaking about are from the Word of God. So I must.
Ma'am, the Word of God is symbolic, ma'am. You don't even know the fucking book that you read. You don't.
Well,
you
let's
have no
just wait a
idea
second.
of
Let's
what you're
not be
talking about. You up here regurgitating some bullshit, ma'am.
No, let's not be disrespectful.
No, ma'am. You brought your ass on the panel.
No, I'm listening to you. We're just having a conversation.
No, ma'am, you're not gonna do that. You're not gonna do that. If you want me to teach you something, you're gonna get up here and you're gonna listen because you spewing all of that information out to over 1,000 and some people. You should have read the room that you came in. Ain't nobody going to the fucking church, ma'am. Ain't nobody over here going to the church.
Ma'am, the very thing you teaching about here.
No, ma'am, goodbye. Have a good day. Have a good day and keep waiting on Jesus and the Holocaust and all of that shit. Go on now. Come on, Dion.
She wanted to come up here and laugh about Buddy, but he was more woke than she was.
Like this
Make it make sense.
Make this stuff up. You cannot make it up. You cannot make it up. You cannot make it up. She up here laughing at him, and then you come up here talking about Jesus Christ, the Father and a damn Son.
I'm going to say this. I'm 51 years old.
Oh, my God.
And my whole entire life, I grew up learning what grandma, mama, great-grandma taught me. You go to church, baby, you believe in God and the Holy Spirit and in Jesus. You know, and as you go to do your research and you read, you realize the Bible really is symbolic.
She ain't got sense enough to know that she was going to sit right here on this panel and argue the fuck down with me. And I'm trying to teach her.
Realize this ain't even the real world we living in, baby. All this here is fake.
She don't know because she too busy waiting on Jesus to walk across the motherfucking water. She too busy waiting to go sit shop up inside of the motherfucking upper well. She too busy waiting on Meshach and Beshach in a minute ago to walk through the motherfucking furnace fire and come back out again. She too busy waiting for the damn camera to speak again. She too busy waiting on the burning bush to talk to her motherfucking ass. She too busy for all that shit. You get what I'm saying? They really believe this stuff.
Oh, goodness.
And she laughing at him in a damn joke on her.
And a lot of people don't know where religion even started from. It all started from man in the first place.
Right. This stuff is crazy. She rather give her power to a damn man that don't even exist. I'm talking about the Father and the Son. Well, how did the fuck did the Father and the Son come about without a motherfucking mama? How can you have a father and a son and without a mama? Make that shit make sense. And like I told y'all, the Holy Spirit ain't representing the mama in the church setting. We done went over that thousands and thousands of times. So how do you have a father and a son without a mother, ma'am?
And they teach us that God always was.
This stuff is crazy.
He was always here, boy. And and as a kid, I used to wonder, well, where God come from? Everybody talking about this all being, don't get me wrong, I'm not going to discredit there's a higher power. You get what I'm saying? I'm here learning, so forgive me.
Yes, ma'am. There's a higher power, but it's showing the hell ain't no man because he can't create.
Well, I'm telling you, I'm 51 and I done picked up on your post now, and I'm learning now. You ain't never too old to learn, baby.
Yes, ma'am.
But what I'm saying is, where did God come from? That was always my question as a child. And you ain't never supposed to question God. But
that's why they tell you that. That's why they tell you that. That the reason why you're not supposed to question it, because if you question it, some shit ain't gonna make no sense. You get what I'm saying? Or yourself might just start talking to you and revealing.
And if he was really a true God, like they say we are, our kid question us and that says, well, mama, why is this, why that? Well, daddy, why is this, why that? So why we can't go question our father that's supposed to be our father, like they said?
Because it's some bullshit. No, let me get to Dion.
But you get what I'm saying, though. Yes. That's how we grew up in the church and what we were taught. You don't question him. And I always thought, well, why can't you question him, but we can question you as our parent? Right, he's supposed to be our father, too. That don't make sense to me.
Yo. Give me just a moment. Go, Dion.
Okay, peace, love, and light, star seeds. Okay, who was the person that came up here said he was from Alabama?
Girl, the one that I had to get on down, the one that I had to jump to kick
Chakra
rocks,
dude.
that one right there. The one
The
that want
Yeah.
to talk
chakra dude.
about the fucking
Crayola crown.
chakras.
Oh
I
no, she
see.
didn't say
The
Crayola
color
crown.
red. Look,
I
hold on,
just
D.
pulled up
The
at.
one that wanted to talk about the color red, and when you come into my room and tell you I'm a fucking Aries and a Sagittarius, a fire sign, but you come ask me about the fucking color red. Like, make that
That's
shit
my
make
favorite
sense.
color.
I'ma
Like, make it
address
make
him.
sense.
If
Red is
he's
my favorite color.
if he's
Okay, hold
still
on,
in the
man.
room, if he's still in the room, okay, I'm from Alabama. Don't you get your country ass up here no more. Sit your hips in the room and get some knowledge, son. Don't you do that.
Ooh, the whole Alabama done went and crawled up on a log. They
Oh
embarrassed
my
like hell.
goodness. I'm